And joining me now by phone is Housing and Urban Development Secretary and also a member of the White House Coronavirus Task Force, Dr. Ben Carson. Good evening, Dr. Carson.
Good evening. Always good to be with you, Judge.
It's good to talk to you, Doctor. I want to ask you about something that's been in the news for the last few days, and that is the whole idea of the hydroxychloroquine and Z-Pak. And I understand that that this is not something that's gotten FDA approval for individuals who now have the coronavirus. But is it available for those who want to be able to use it until we get to the point where we get a cure or at least a vaccine?
Well, these are prescription drugs, and that they've been utilized for many, many years. With hydroxychloroquine, it's been used for malaria for decades, and but it hasn't been used in this particular context. And I think that's where there have been some who've tried to gin up a big fight between the president and Dr.
Fauci, right.
When there really is no room for a fight there. It's simply that Dr. Fauci is saying we don't have the data to prove over the long term that this is effective and totally safe in this setting. And the president is saying, by the time we get that data, it'll be too late for a lot of people. And we know that it has been used in lots of settings safely. So let's maybe take a little more risk because we get a lot more upside.
Well,
and that's sort of the difference between a business person and a scientist.
A scientist, right.
Everything has to be point.
Right.
And with the business person, it's weighing this versus that.
Well, yeah, it's really a benefit. I mean, if you go through all the phases of review, I mean, the person who has the virus could be dead. But so, given that the administration and President Trump believes in the right to try, well, this is now something where, there is a certain compassionate ability, at least, to get this stuff. But let's talk about when you think, Doctor, when do you think we're going to get to the peak of this? Do you have any idea?
We have an idea based on what's happened in other countries. And, it's a reasonable assumption that we would have the same kinds of things happening here. So, we're probably looking at, months, hopefully a couple versus several, but somewhere in that range. And, of course, things are better because we're treating this very, very aggressively. Yeah. As you've noted, in some places, there wasn't an aggressive pushback, and hence you see just a florid increase. And we have some places like that in our country, like, New York City and Washington. It wasn't because they didn't push back, but they had a lot of people coming into those areas from outside the country, from the places where the contacts have been made.
Doctor, I want to move on to your position as the head of HUD, and I want to let my viewers know what the federal government is doing regarding the moratorium on foreclosures. Can you explain that to my viewers?
Yeah, well, what is the most important thing that most people have financially is their home. And while they're being terrified by this and trying to keep themselves and their families safe, the last thing we want them to be worried about is whether they're going to lose their house because the payments have been lagging. And so the president authorized us to go ahead and place a 60-day moratorium on foreclosures and evictions that were in progress, as well as that may occur over the next 60 days.
And will there be a reassessment, Doctor?
After that period of time, we'll reassess.
Okay. And I only have a few seconds left. But if people have trouble paying their mortgage where there is no foreclosure, what is the federal government offering?
Well, we've asked for forbearance for the services, which means, we want them to look at the whole cascade of options that they have before they would even think about eviction or foreclosure.
Okay, and I guess it's up to Congress to actually pass a law to force the forbearance, correct?
Well, when it comes to the PHAs, the public housing authorities, and people on Section 8, that for us to be able to restrict them from doing evictions would require Congress to act. And we've asked them to do that, quite frankly.
Okay.
But
All right.
I don't think you're going to have a lot of problems with that because they're not really interested in throwing people out in this situation.
Good.
That's not gonna happen.
Dr. Ben Carson, thank you so much for being with us, and I appreciate all that you're doing.